Out here walking the shopping complex, getting some exercise, man. I love being by myself. It's April. Yeah. It's April. I'm feeling good. How y'all doing? Go ahead, do us a favor. Hit that like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe button. This is Left Side of the Brain, and this is the United Souls Network. This is the United Souls Network. I got a question. How can you apply something that has no value to something that does have value? I repeat, how can you apply something that has no value to something that has value? The reason why I asked that question is because money is a mental thing. Money exists right here. Even the concept of money is from the mind. Now, what I'm getting at is, since we understand that money is a mental thing because it originates from the mind, people had to agree upon this mental idea or this concept of money in order for money to become a reality. Okay? So that means the answer to that question I asked is, it doesn't make sense that you can apply something that doesn't have value to something that does have value. For instance, you use money to purchase things that have literal value, not because we agreed upon the things that you use to purchase, not because we agreed that the things that you use, that you purchase with money, we didn't agree that those things have value. No, they were a necessity. I mean, some of those things are a necessity for life. For instance, water. You don't have to agree or agree to disagree that water is valuable, because it is. Food is valuable. See, true value is anything that is a necessity for you to live, and you can't live without it. That's what true value is. Artificial value is things that we agree to, and then it has value. So the answer to that question is, it's actually absurd when you think about it, to apply something that has no value to something that does have value. Because you can't eat money and live. Maybe termites, because paper comes from trees. Maybe termites can live and, eat money and live. But not us, not humans. Or maybe money has a value for lighting a stove, burning the paper. But you get my point. Money being used as an instrument of value is given value by us, the people who spend money. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want to really get down to the nitty-gritty of it, didn't any of us that's alive today, we didn't decide upon money having value or not. We didn't decide upon that. And that's significant because it's more evidence about the HPBR reality. Thank you, Spirit. This is one of these old videos. I get in these moments sometimes, like yeah, we didn't decide upon this. We didn't decide upon this. It was already decided before we was born that we have to live by money. You feel what I'm saying? We did not decide upon this. And really, I'm gonna say something else. Money is a form of vampirism. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we giving energy to something that really doesn't exist. Think about it. Money only exists because of our mental energy that we pour into the money. It's like this. If everybody died today and you was the only person, would you, and the only person left, would you still need water to survive? Would you still need air? Would you still need sunlight? Would you still need food? Yes, you would. Would you still need money? No, you wouldn't. So what does that mean? It means money is an artificial entity, just like the HPBR realm itself. And in order to sustain itself, it needs your mental energy to believe in it, to give it life. It's almost like the boogeyman. You know, when you was a kid, you believed in the boogeyman. Somebody tell you they're gonna cut the lights off in the room and they slam the door. Have you ever had an older brother or sister? My older brother used to play those games with me. Shut the door, cut the lights out, and make you jump out of the mic, make a noise, boo, and hit the light switch and shut the door. And then you'll pop up out the bed crying because you're afraid, because you've been watching cartoons and the Smurfs and all of that. And then you thinking in your mind, whatever little Smurf is in my closet, any little thing, cross your mind as a child, your imagination. But the moment you realize that none of that was real and that it was just the figment of someone's imagination, then you overcame the fear. The same can be said for money. It's a boogeyman created by a man. And as long as you believe in it, you will have a reaction, a chemical reaction to the money. That's right. And I said chemical reaction purposely because every feeling that you have is a chemical reaction when you think about it. Because it's nothing but chemicals in your mind, in your brain, that makes you feel the way you do. Any emotion that you have is connected to a chemical that your body produces. So it's all a chemical reaction. We're dealing with chemicals. H2O, chemical reaction. Everything. We're dealing with chemical reactions. And they make you react to something that's not real. So yes, money is a form of vampirism. Money is a form of vampirism. And since I can remember, that's all I've been seeing. People use money. I can remember when I was a kid, and my mom would, like, go to the drive-through and pick up food, and I would be sitting in the back seat. And as a kid, I think I've said this before, she would hand them some paper through the window. And the only thing I was thinking about was, make sure they put a toy in the bag. We all did that. Make sure, put a toy in the bag. Because I didn't realize that adults had to go to work and, stress over bills. We didn't see the significance of money. You see? Fast forward, I'm an adult now, just like all of you. And when you think about it, because enough people don't understand the things that I'm saying right now on this channel, that's why the world stays in the same position, stuck with gum at the bottom of their shoes, and they can't move from point A to B because they got gum on the bottom of their shoes and they stuck. It's like running on a treadmill with glue, with some sticky glue under your shoes, and you running, getting tired, but you're not moving anywhere. That's where this world is. This world remind me of a huge treadmill, and everybody is running on this treadmill, but nobody is getting anywhere. Nobody is getting anywhere because people don't think to take a scraper and scrape the gum off of their shoes. They don't think deep enough to scrape the gum from the bottom of their shoes. They don't analyze properly. They don't analyze properly. Even when you think of that word analyze, you know what came to my mind? The word analyze is basically about looking into the lies. Looking into the lies. Analyzing so you can see the lies. That's why it's analyze. Analyze. The bullshit. The bullshit lies. No wonder the word is anal. You get it? Bullshit. Where does shit come from? Anal lies. Bullshit lies. You get it? And because people don't analyze things properly, that's why you got generation after generation after generation repeating the same mistakes of generations prior, and we don't get ahead. I'm like a hat. I need to get ahead in life. You get it? Ahead, hat. I need to get ahead, hat on my head. Get it? Y'all will catch up. That's why nobody gets ahead in life, because we don't analyze things like that. Like even what I just said, like the solution is in the problem. The problem is the false belief in the money. The solution is not to believe in it. If it originated here in the mind, guess what? It can also be destroyed by simply not engaging in the system. Now, you might say, well, that's impossible, left side. And I would say to you, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Because it's more of them than us. It's more of them than us. But if it were possible, and if people would somehow find it within themselves to figure out that, hey, if this money came from the mind of a man, then would it be too far-fetched to say we could take this same mind that created the concept of money and apply it to using our mind as currency? You might say, what do you mean by using your mind as currency? Think about it. If this same mind created the idea that, you know what, we need a currency, what sparked a person to say we needed a currency? The question is the lack of belief in humanity. It started with someone saying, I can't get X amount of people to do X amount of work, and I can't get X amount of equity from X amount of people in return for the services that X amount of people did. So in order to guarantee that there is some type of equity amongst humans, because of the lack of the mental fortitude to do the right thing and to share and to be helpful to each other, because of the lack of that, we got to create this slave system based upon money. And money totally eradicates humans' ability to grow into a better society where we don't need money, where we can actually live off the land and just share from what is giving freely to us. Everything that we utilize to survive, we didn't have to work for it. We didn't have to work for any of this. We didn't have to work for sunlight, for water, for vegetables, for fruit, nothing. But see, what sparked money to have to be created was for what I just said, and also greed. See, when everything is free, an evil person, he doesn't have anything to leverage himself above other people. So that need to be above someone else, that ego drives the HPB. It's demonic, people. The HPB is driven by materialism. Materialism. The HPB has no purpose other than to make your life a living hell. And when they live in an environment where they're not making your life a living hell, they stand out like a sore thumb. They don't have nothing spiritual to offer. They're not helping no one spiritually. They don't have no spiritual insights. And because of that, they need something like money. See, an evil person can be a millionaire. You know that most of the most evil, vile, wicked people have all of the money. Look at people like Left Side of the Brain. If I had all of the money, I would be helping people. The world would be totally different. They could use money to figure out how to educate people not to use money. They could wean society's belief that you have to have money to exist out of people, but they don't, because it's too beneficial. If everybody's looked at equally, then there wouldn't be no Hollywood. Hollywood is based off of millionaire celebrities. Just like that latest Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. If those were just two ordinary people, no one would care. but because they are celebrities and they have money. You can't be a celebrity without money. It takes that money to give you that attention, that notoriety. You feel me? So because of that, that's why they keep money in place. Because the devil, he needs money to offer the wicked people something. The wicked HPB. And this whole thing is about capturing the souls of people. And what would they be able to use if there was no money to dangle before somebody? If there was no money to dangle before the eyes of a person, what would the devil use in order to get you to sell out? Because if everything was free in this world, the devil couldn't use anything to get you to sell out. He couldn't take an apple that grows from a tree and say, if you sell your soul, I'll give you all of the apples in the world. He couldn't do that because apples grow freely anyway. So that's why they need money, because basically it boils down to this. Because this world wants you to sell out and to sell your soul, it created money. Money is a vice to get people to sell their soul. It's a vice that encourages people to never have time to figure out the HPB realm. Because the HPB realm, it wants you to be constantly working, slaving for somebody else from 9 to 5 every day for the rest of your life till you die. I've seen old people pushing grocery carts. And I'm saying to myself, it's no way I'm gonna be that old pushing no grocery carts. I've seen it. They don't want you to have time to sit back and figure out how this thing operates. See, when you know how a vehicle operates, you can dismantle an engine by removing the main part. You can go in the fuse box, remove the main fuse. But if you're a person who don't know how the engine operates, and this is a metaphor for you to understand. If you're a person and you don't know how the engine operates, you can go take a hammer and start banging the windows and banging things that's insignificant. But guess what? The person may come outside and see that his car is messed up. He got dents in his car, but he can still drive away because you didn't destroy the main component that makes the whole thing operate. Am I making sense, Jax? And that's where this HPB information comes in. When I always tell y'all, if it's not censored in HPB information and everything that they talking about, it doesn't make sense. It's just a waste of time. I'm telling y'all. And that's where we at in this world. That's why when people be, oh, left side, have you heard this YouTube person? I don't want to hear it because they're not talking what I'm talking on this channel. Already know that. This is the only channel that talks about this. The United Souls Network. Them other people, they not talking about what it really needs to be said. They not. They got the hammer beating on the hood of the car, thinking they doing something. Oh, how to be a vegetarian, how to meditate. They think that's spiritual talking. That's not. Spiritual talking is identifying us versus them, the HPB realm, and anything else is nonsense. It's simple as that. I don't need to hear about no guru, no Buddhist, nobody levitate. I don't need to hear all of that. If they're not talking about the HPB realm and what's really going on, you're wasting my time. I'm telling y'all. But you know what? I'm going to end this video right here because it's getting kind of lengthy. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, commercial break. We got new shirts, HPB Killer shirt, United Souls logo shirt. I'll leave all of that information below this video. What else? We got live stream coming up. What else? Any suggestions you want to leave for the channels under the new name and everything? Just leave it in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this video. And this is Left Side of the Brain signing out. Jaguars up, HPB's down, and I'm out, y'all.